Just out of Santa Rosa in California is a delightful wildlife park called Safari West.
The whole place covers 400 acres. There are over 850 animals at Safari West. That's why the tour takes 2.5 to 3 hours. So the giraffes in this barn are called reticulated, and they're found in Somalia and parts of Kenya. He's not standing on a box. He really is that tall. Giraffes can grow over 20 feet in height. Just their neck can be 7 feet long. Their tongue is prehensile. Their tongue does have a strong grip. In fact, just with their tongue, they can tear branches out of trees. It's a long tongue. It's over 18 inches long. A 1.5 foot tongue, which they can actually pick their own nose with that. And giraffes do that all the time to keep their nostrils clean from all the stuff that would crawl in from the trees. They're great flyers. This bird and her family, these are called demoiselle cranes. They migrate between India and Africa. They fly over the Himalayan mountains. That's more than 24,000 feet up. They get their color from eating krill, K-R-I-L-L, a small crustacean high in beta carotene. It takes them up to 3 years to turn that color. Well, I see a female wood duck back there. I'm not sure if that's the one. All right, well, let's head back to the entrance. The lighter ones are African. Robert Coffey. The tall white ones are called greater flamingos. The shorter white ones are called lesser flamingos. And those are their official names. The lesser and the greater are native to the Great Rift Valley of Tanzania. Now, some of the color comes from blue-green algae. So the water cannot be completely clear because they do need the nutrients from the algae in the water.
There are 3 or 4 species
Yeah. And they share the habitat with wood ducks and a couple of other varieties of duck. Even if we were to have another 100 flamingos in here, they would still not be overcrowded. They're the only cat in the world that does not fully retract their claws. Their claws always partly out. And they're blunt. They're not sharp claws. So the anatomy of their claws is food in the croc's teeth. The croc gets free dental floss. So this is a symbiotic relationship. We both have a benefit. What happens if the croc bites down?
Dead bird.
Dead bird? Well, maybe, or maybe not. The bird will spread its wings. There's a sharp spike on each wing that sticks up.
Oh.
The croc feels that, and I think they open up. So pretty good adaptation there. Now, this is really awesome. On my morning tour today, they did not come out of the barn. And you know, I can't walk over and say, "Come here, Fluffy, let's come out." No, I have plans tonight that involve being alive. These are the white rhinos, not the black rhinos. Okay, white rhinos are not white; they're gray. Black rhinos are not black; they're gray. It's a misunderstanding. A long time ago, Dutch explorers noticed that some rhinos have a narrow pointy mouth, other rhinos have a square wide mouth. This is the kind of rhino with a wide mouth. The Dutch word for wide is wijd. They were called white rhinos. Later settlers misunderstood that. They thought it meant white. And they figured if these are white, the others have to be black. It's all a language thing. These are larger than black rhinos, and there's a different social structure. These are called Cape buffalo, C-A-P-E. And they are very dangerous. If you drop a camera out of here, that buffalo is going to own the camera. Cape buffalo are a member of the Big Seven. Have you heard of that? The Big Seven are the deadliest species that kill the most people every year in Africa. Elephant, hippo, rhino, Cape buffalo, leopard, lion, and mosquito. Lunch. People and predators love the taste of wildebeest. Their other name is gnu, G-N-U. It's the sound they make. Cows moo, wildebeest moo. They make a weird grunt, sounds like moo. They're also very, very prolific, breeding like crazy. In fact, there are more of them now than there were 40 years ago. Oil has a strong musky scent, lion's hay. The lions hardly ever hunt waterbuck. But the crocs and the hyenas, they don't mind that much. Photogenic animals are. When he was born, he was perfect. And then within a few weeks, he had this face, which we think he probably bumped into a tree or something. It doesn't seem to bother him. This is his good side there. Notice that on their rear ends, They have like these
Two
three dark stripes on the rear end. And that's called the follow me mark. In addition to not being able to go up the hills in this area because of the rain, some of the animals in this area just simply disappear a lot, especially the zebras. I would say about 30% of my tours, there's no zebras, just zero. Now, the brown animal is called eland, E-L-A-N-D. They're one of the largest, heaviest antelopes of Africa. They can weigh over 1,000 pounds. What we love about eland is that they eat poison oak. And look how the stripes are continuous in the mane, up their neck. Well, that's because the stripes are all in their fur, not their skin. If you shave a zebra, it won't be striped. So the skin is a solid color. No two are identical, they're like fingerprints. Open with the black and white face, this is called Gemsbok, G-E-M-S-B-O-K, native to the Kalahari Desert, which gets hotter and drier than the Sahara. Maybe not even cactus on the ground. They're from Egypt originally. The size of their horns, that's from being domesticated. So this is not a wild animal. These are extremely domestic. The Egyptian pharaohs bred them in order to present them to visiting royalty as gifts. So it's strictly for aesthetics, for looks. So these are like the labradoodles of the ancient Egyptian world. But technically that's extinct. I mean, the word extinct doesn't mean zero. It means not enough of a species to breed successfully without some kind of human assistance. There are thousands in the United States. There have been efforts to reintroduce Adax to the Sahara, but every single time people hunt them for food.
Sleep standing up?
They sleep standing up. They doze and rest in a sitting position. It takes a lot of work to get their legs folded and unfolded.
Why would they lay down if they're sick, or
Pardon?
if they're down, does it mean they're sick, or?
Yeah, they cannot lay their neck on the ground. So no matter what position they're in, their neck will always be upright. Yeah. If a giraffe has the neck on the ground, that's a giraffe that's not getting up. Yeah. That's a little girl Grant's gazelle. And the Grant's gazelle is a plains species. When you see the stripe that goes back and forth, that will blend in with the horizon. Both sexes of the crowned cranes look alike. They both have those crowns. The purpose would be camouflage. So a ground nester, they lay their eggs on the ground. This way they can poke their head up and look around for danger. And they won't be seen because the top of their head looks just like the golden grass. The word kudu is an English adaptation of an African word. The original word is something like udu with a pop. And that means shy because they're gentle and non-aggressive. It has nothing to do with earrings.
Really pretty. And the males with they have corkscrew